Hey everybody, Matthew Movies here. So this time I'm going to talk to you about a movie that I just watched for the very first time, and it is an absolute classic. It's been on AFI, the American Film Institute, has their list of the 100 best movies of all time. They had the original version that came out in 1997, I believe, and then a 10th anniversary version in 2007, and this movie landed on both. And it's Charlie Chaplin's 1930, and it's from 1931. So not Charlie Chaplin's 1931. City Lights. That makes no sense. City Lights, starring Charlie Chaplin, directed by Charlie Chaplin, and released in 1931. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever seen this movie, which is actually kind of surprising. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of my history with Chaplin, when I was a kid, when I was in grade school, I had decided to do a project on Charlie Chaplin. So I was talking to my mother about it at the time, and she called up her father, my grandfather, who I didn't spend all that much time with before that, and he came over and kept bringing Charlie Chaplin movies over to show me, and it was kind of my first real introduction to older movies. The funny thing is all I remember of that period is I don't really remember the specific movies. I just remember watching Chaplin and having a great time. We had a fire. It was in my parents' house. They have a fireplace in the basement, and the fire was going, and it was me, my mother, and my grandfather watching them and laughing together. And it's like one of those great moments from my childhood. And so he's always held like a special place in my heart. The carrot, like the tramp, right? But there's so many of his movies that I haven't seen, or at least I don't remember seeing, because it's entirely possible that I did watch City Lights back then, but I don't remember it, because it's all like in a haze, because I watched, I think, like 20 of his movies, give or take, at the time, so they all kind of blended together, and I don't have any really sharp memories of the movies, just more of the feeling of watching them. So like I said, as far as I know, this is the first time I watched it, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. There was parts of it that dragged a little bit, kind of in the middle a little bit. I felt like it dragged a little bit, once it got to the boxing scene, oh, it was hilarious. The way he was dancing basically back and forth with his opponent, with the ref in the middle, it was just so great. So yeah, I know this is a much older film, so I'm not expecting this video to get a whole lot of action. But if you do happen to watch this movie and you have seen it, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments. I know this is no expert analysis, and I'm sure there's a lot better videos on YouTube discussing the movie. But this is just a guy who watched the movie, who had a real fondness for Charlie Chaplin, and telling you that even as somebody who's not like a old silent movie snob or devotee, I still thought it was really funny. So if you have any interest in going back and watching any of the silent films, I think this is a great movie to potentially start with, because there are some laugh out loud moments. So yeah, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. If you haven't seen it, let me know if you ever had any interest in watching any of like the older movies, like his Chaplin's, Buster Keaton's, the Marx Brothers, that type of thing. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I always love getting new subscribers, and I love talking to you guys on here. So yeah, so have a nice day.